good start. Goalkeepers under siege this week. Salmon also in on the conspiracy, tripping Barnes. His reaction suggesting it was unintentional. Beardsley's penalty would have been just about okay at Twickenham. He had a hand in Liverpool's winner, though, 7 minutes from time. A corner joyously headed home by Gillespie. The first thing they teach you at Anfield is patience. It paid off yet again.
Queen's Park Rangers dumped Arsenal out of the FA Cup, but Don Howe, who knows a thing or two about Highbury, believes that his Rangers side haven't ended Arsenal's chances of retaining the championship, despite Ray Wilkins finding the bottom corner after 56 minutes. George Graham worried that Arsenal have now gone 5 games without scoring. They could ill afford this mistake by Kevin Richardson, which was stylishly seized upon by Roy Wegerle.
Out of the championship race, but Southampton are top of the league in the entertainment stakes. Top scorers in the first division. Letitia led the way against Norwich in midweek. That was Rod Wallace against Chelsea. Now these two must be among the contenders for Young Player of the Year. Number 2 for Wallace, similar to Letitia's hat-trick goal on Wednesday. Great stuff. His 18th of the season, Letitia on 19. But they're as dodgy at the back as they are inventive up front. Only Palace and Millwall have conceded more in the league. Bobby Campbell obviously got that message through. Kevin Wilson pulling one back. Now, Southampton were still in front into the last 10 minutes, but they know all about the patience game at Chelsea as well. Bobby Campbell being a student of the Anfield Academy. Tony Dorigo measuring his shot perfectly. 2 minutes later, with Gordon Durie on as a substitute, Chelsea registered their 6th away win of the season, and that compares with the best. From the other side of the area, Durie capping a marvellous fight back.
For Crystal Palace, a victory to savour at White Hart Lane, but the nature of their winning goal didn't please the Tottenham goalkeeper Eric Tortsfet, who pushed the ball only onto the head of Alan Pardew.
A Kevin Sheedy special put Everton into an unaccustomed lead at Plough Lane. Now, these two sides don't get on particularly well, and because of the needle, Wimbledon usually come out on top. They're more accustomed to coping with that sort of thing. John Fashionu's header. 1-1 looked just about right. 14 home goals for Wimbledon this season, 13 away for Everton. It was never going to be video material, although that was a lovely piece of finishing by Dennis Wise that put Wimbledon in front. Wise, in sparkling form, tripped by Ratcliffe, enabling Fashionu to score again, his 4th in 2 games after a 7-week layoff through injury.
You have to go back to November the 12th to find Manchester United's previous win at Old Trafford, but Brian McClare's sheer determination soon put the skids under Luton Town. McClare and Mark Hughes had last scored in the same game on the opening day of the season. That unhappy sequence also ended when Hughes hooked in United's second from McClare's cross. Any lingering Luton hopes dashed right on half-time. Michael Phelan making a perceptive run from midfield, and the centre rounded off by Danny Wallace. Then it was Hughes with an impish flick, Paul Ince with the through pass, and Mark Robbins avoiding the offside trap. 4-0 to Manchester United. Happiness at last for their home supporters. And that was scarcely spoilt by Kingsley Black's plucky reply for a well-beaten Luton. Manchester United 4, Luton 1.
This was a rearguard action by Peter Shilton against Ron Atkinson's revitalised troops, marshalled superbly again by John Sheridan. Not often Shilton's beaten from there, not often that Sheridan lets loose. Altogether, a memorable goal.
With 7 points from their previous 3 games, Charlton raising hopes of continuing their charmed First Division life. A knockback, though, from Norwich City. Robert Fleck settling the issue, finishing of the highest order, and Charlton couldn't match that.
Well, the bottom 4